Job design as the antecedent of safety behavior. This meta-analysis aimed to examine the relationship between job characteristics and safety behavior, and job characteristics were divided into job demands and job resources. Hence, this study is an examination of whether the job demands resources model can explain safety behavior. More specifically, these authors looked at safety outcomes such as accidents and injuries, adverse events, and unsafe behavior. This study is a meta-analysis, so it aims to analyze all the relevant literature and summarize it into a couple of summary statistics. Within this table, you see the summary of the relative importance analysis. Relative importance analysis, in this case, aim to examine how important job demands are relative to job resources in predicting a couple of outcomes, including burnout, which included all types of anxiety and stress-related outcomes, engagement, which referred to participation in safety behaviors such as communication and knowledge sharing, safety compliance, which pertained to adhering to the rules, and satisfaction. This could be job satisfaction as well as commitment to the organization. They furthermore examined safety outcomes in terms of the number and degree of accidents and injuries, adverse events, and unsafe behavior. The results show the relative importance. Hence, positive relationships only indicate the degree to which particular characteristics are important. We should look at other information in the paper to see whether this relationship was positive or negative. Let me talk you through the results. First of all, the results show that job demands, including risk and hazards, are positively related to burnout and negatively predict engagement and compliance, and they're really important to predict these outcomes. Physical demands mostly pertain to the satisfaction people experience within their organization. Job complexity, including the degree to which you have to think and keep your attention during the execution of your job, the complexity of the work, and the ambiguity that may be present in your role, so you might not really know what exactly you need to do in your job. This all pertains to the degree to which your job really is unclear or demands a lot of attention. So this is something that people would try to avoid in mechanistic job design. What you see here is that job complexity is a powerful predictor of burnout and safety engagement, compliance, and satisfaction. Interestingly, however, is the importance of job resources. If you have a lot of autonomy, you might be less anxious in your job. Notably, social support is pretty powerful in predicting engagement in safety behaviors as well as compliance and also satisfaction within the organization. Also, leadership and a safety climate do play a role. So it's not only your job resources, but also resources at a higher level. So in sum, resources matter in terms of safety behavior as well as job demands. From the job demands, it's particularly interesting to look at risks and hazards, but also at the complexity of the job. And of course, physical demands influence the degree to which people are satisfied with their job. If we look at the safety outcomes themselves, then we see that risks and hazards indeed may associate with accidents and injuries as well as adverse events, while complexity is a powerful predictor of unsafe behavior. The more complex a job, the more people behave unsafely. Job resources are particularly relevant for each of the three outcomes, and then particularly social support helps people to prevent themselves from having accidents or injuries. Also, leadership does matter, and safety climate particularly predicts that people withhold from unsafe behavior. In short, this meta-analysis shows that job demands and job resources matter not only for the experience of psychosocial well-being, but also adherence, engagement, and compliance with safety behaviors and actually safety outcomes.